Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here, and I have a lot of things for us today. First of all, I've got the scavenger hunt that we didn't do yesterday because it was just too much for the block of the day. I don't know why I put that on the same day, but I'll tell you about it in a second. I have the Secret Lives, block number 4. We have Rubber Ducky Day, and I have some crumb block chatter. Yes, so I'm going to talk about how I do that. Which is so easy. Okay, we're gonna start first with the Secret Lives of color. So we're sewing blocks, a shoe fly block, in the color of the chapter as we go along. So there's 75 blocks and we are on block number 4. There are sort of sections and each section is colors and we're in the color white. And you can see like on the edge of the book here, the different colors as we rotate through. Each of them has, maybe 6 or 7, 8 different shades of that in there. So today we're on whitewash, which I actually didn't know what that meant, the whitewashed. I mean, I sort of know from the painting wise, when you whitewash something, you can sort of see what's behind it. And then I know the term when it's not used very, like you're saying, somebody's trying to whitewash that, where they're just trying to cover up. They're trying to create a cover up so that you don't know what's really going on. So they're whitewashing it. Those are the 2 terms I knew, but I didn't know where they came from. So today in the Secret Lives of Color, you will learn the background of where that word comes from, which is fascinating. If you don't have the book, you don't need it to sew, but it's so much fun. Really learning a lot. I mean, I don't know how many of you also told me that you'll read something and then you'll go and research it more because you're really fascinated by that part of history or something that was mentioned, and I'm doing the same thing. So here are the first 3 blocks that I've put together of mine. I am doing the shoe fly part, which is this part here, in the color of that chapter. The backgrounds I think I'm going to do, there's whites, there's sort of light blue, aqua, pink, and today I'm going to add the 4th color, which will be all I'm going to use then for the whole quilt, besides whatever goes in here. So the backgrounds are going to be different colors. I know, it's probably going to be a hot mess, but we're going to see what it looks like when it's done. I just wanted to have fun. All right, what am I going to use? Let's take a look. I found, how perfect is this? Whitewashing, Tom Sawyer and the picket fence, whitewashing buildings. So this has got little buildings on it. Perfect. And then I noticed there's this, it's got the aqua and the pink like I had here. But it also has these really neat sort of citron green, yellowy green, old gold is sometimes called, in wool and threads. So I have got some of that, and I am going to use that, and I pulled it all out, everything that I had in that shade, which is years of collecting. So don't ask me where any of this came from because I have no idea. A few of them have edges, but they're very old. Nothing was purchased recently. Maybe this green is the most recent, which is a Sandy Gervais from Moda, so it's not even that recent. So I'm going to do the dots today, and I'm going to keep all of these in my bin over there. So I'm going to put those in the bin with the extra stuff, and I'm going to also do, I have to keep myself organized. So I'm going to do the 9, the 6, then the 3. 9, 6, 3, 9, 6, 3 as we go along. This will be the white part and then the background. So my backgrounds will all be in not these exact same, but different pinks, blues, and greens. And then the dash will be whatever color it is. So this will be interesting. And then I could throw white in too. So I may end up with a lot more white and a lot less of these pops of color, which might be where it ultimately goes, because it's so easy now when we're doing white as the color, but later we're going to have red and whatever, and I may decide to put more backgrounds of white. Now I haven't written the pattern yet, but it's coming up in the next few days on my schedule for me to work on it. But just so that you realize, this is a block, just like I'm showing you here. This is a block. So, and they change, a little bit for the format, but as you go along. But that is what a block unit is. So if you are doing your colors like in some sort of row across, if you've figured out rows across, that's fine, except that the assembly will be like this, because you can't assemble them in rows across because they don't work that way. They would have inset seams and all kinds of weird stuff you don't need to do. So that is the deal there. I am going to sew this block, and then we're going to get to the other stuff. Okay, here we go. Here's my block number 4, whitewashed. Okay, I'm loving this acidy green stuff. Oh, now I'm thinking maybe I just need to do mostly this pink and green, and heavy on the green with little spots of the pink and aqua, and then whatever other color goes. Maybe scrap it all and just do green and whites. No, I've already got 2 blocks done, right? I've already got 2 blocks done in other colors. I'll just sprinkle a few of those every so often, and yes, a lot of this green. Now I don't know if I have enough of this green, but we'll see how far it goes. I love it. Okay, I have got some, let's do the scavenger hunt. That's something I want to do every month. And the reason is so many of you are following me but are not doing any of the sew-alongs. What? You're not doing the sew-alongs? But okay, I understand. You're not doing them right now. So I want to give a way for you to share within the community something that you're making, because you might not even be able to make right now. You might just have a life that's full of other things, so you're reading and enjoying the group. But you can share something in the scavenger hunt. So the scavenger hunt is to share a picture over at my community page of the item of the month. So this month, it is your thread. I would like to see a picture of your thread. If you have it all in one spot, that's super cool. If you just want to show it like in a project, like what you're doing, show the spool on your machine. Let me show you some of my thread to kick this off. Okay, first I've got over here, you know, I work with Aurifil, and so I have lots of thread kits. These are the little kits, which have the small spools, and this is the perfect box of neutrals, and I have the perfect box of colors. I have bigger spool kits as well, the full-size spools. And then this is how I store most of my thread, by color, in these nice these nice red tubs. And I have about 6 of these. Actually, I have a lot more thread too, because I work with the company, so I have a lot of their thread. I also just recently got the floss organizer from the Fat Quarter Shop, which is absolutely fantastic. This is a clear box, so there you can see they have some little rubber feet on the bottom. It's nice and sturdy. This is like mega sturdy. I'm trying to get it out of the glare there. So the drawer opens super nice. It actually just comes right out. It's like, it doesn't have any gliders in there, so it just goes right in. And then you can stack them because of the rubber on the bottom. This is the floss, the Aurifil floss, and then I have the DMC in here, and this is the Weeks Dye Works. And these are all things that I got with doing kits, you know, with the stitchery. So I need another one of these, maybe 3. Stack them 3 tall. What do you think? I think so. So I've got the links below for these so that you can check them out. Okay, so your scavenger hunt is for you to show me what your thread is. Go. No, wait, watch the rest of the video. All right, the next thing I have, I've got a whole bunch of stuff. Now, where did that go? Okay, it's a rubber ducky day. I love that so much. My friend Jody Davis collects rubber duckies. She has a very large collection, like one of the largest collections I think in the country, at one point anyway. So she was written up and all that. But what is so cute is, look at this. Look at this quilt on here. This book is fantastic. It has so many darling projects. I really like the rubber ducky guy. There he is. Just darling, and the instructions are wonderful. You've got things like the airplane. What's another one in here? The one I love here, the red. This is the one I love, the teddy bear. I want to do that one. I've seen it done up. It is so darling. So, okay, celebrating rubber duckies today. So if you do not want to share your thread, but you do want to share a rubber ducky quilt, go for it. I'd like to see a rubber ducky quilt. All right, let's talk about scraps, and crumbs and all of that good stuff because I have got it going. I decided to make a second block with some of the crumbs. Remember I showed you this one yesterday, which was the first block from Sweet Dreams. And it's busy, it's a busy block, but I'm going to show you what crumbs can do in another Sweet Dreams block. This is the one, this is the first block rather. This is block 1, this is the brownie block, and here are the crumbs. There's crumbs in the middle and on all the star points. Really nice, right? So what if I did, like I did 5 with the white background in the 9 patch in the middle, because that's where these go for the center of the Sweet Dreams. I could do 4 of them with darks, with black settings, and 5 with white. I'm thinking I might try that. I just like that idea. Also, the other day I showed you the owl and how I was piecing them together to make the 2.5-inch squares. And when we were in the chat, Kendall said that it looked like a Picasso owl because every one I did, like the eyes were getting all cut up and moved around. So I decided to put those scraps into one block. So now I have another scrap block. He's a little bit smaller than the rest, so I'll probably add some scraps around him because remember I have that group that I'm going to sew them out from 2021 and get those sewn up. So I have to make that commitment. The commitment is such a commitment. And I am working on it. So let me show you this. Here I've got this block started. Now down here are scraps. These, whoops, not that one. These I just laid them on the board to get them out of the way. So there we go. You can see, there you go. So now you can see the block. So I've got this block and I have to put this on and this on. Maybe sew some to the yellow here. And then that will be another block made from that bin of the scraps. Then I have to take all of this, and I already have this part started. So I did all those the other night because I need a plan. If I just sort of let it go, it's either gonna go off into oblivion and never happen, or I will just have it sitting there in my way, taking up space. You know, that I have to inventory it and keep track of it, and that's just, you know, I don't want to do that. So I am a list maker extraordinaire. Bliss is my middle name. And so I made myself a list of what in January, this is just for January, what in January do I want to accomplish to get done? Such as sew up that's scraps, get those sewn up, finish the woodsy, put the binding on the border on the homies, the holiday homies, because I'm not sure I'm going to binder it. They're not going to be the same. It doesn't calculate out, so they would be like different, and the 4th one might not match up at all. So it's pretty much probably not going to happen that way. And then I have things I need to be working on, you know, that are in progress, so that's on that list, such as getting this one started maybe today. One of our friends, I think I mentioned, suggested doing some of the grid work. So I was thinking of maybe doing the grid work down the middle and then doing one of the flowers for January. Also, the Joyful Journal packets are in. So if you wanted to sew along with these, stitch along with me, here's mine for January so far. I need to hurry him up so I can start on the heart to enjoy it for February. They're tiny. They will take most cross stitchers no time at all. I'm on 14 count. I'm doing this on 14 count, so they should be made up into little 6-inch mini quilts that I can put on my little hanger. And then I have to give a shout out. I have to give a shout out to let's see, Kathleen. Kathleen sent me this because I needed, remember I said I needed this thread? So I went on to her Etsy store, which is Daisy Avenue, and I ordered the thread that I needed, and then I got a couple more because, you know, you can't just order one thread, right? You know, that's ridiculous. You have to order a couple. So she watches the videos, hi Kathleen, and sent me a sweet little card. So there you go. The world is small. Oh, before I get to this, I'm going to talk about this next. Before I get there, I have another mail call. This is from Sherry in Oregon. Sherry in Oregon sent me this darling card. Look at the llama. I love the llamas. I'm going to make a llama quilt. I think like a new mascot. Then she sent me a whole bunch of edges, the salvages. Look at that. Look at the little birds. Super cute. There was one, oh, there's a Parks and Rec. I didn't even know they had fabric for that. So darling. And she sent me some things that she made. A little mug rug. That's so sweet. And then these really cute pot holders. Or not pot holders, yeah. No, that's like, yeah, those are pot holders. My brain's not using the words right. So look, see? Look how cute they are. So well made. Thank you. Mwah. Sherry, you're awesome. Okay, my friend, let's look at this guy. Because a bunch of you asked me, like, how did I make that? So let me see. I'm just going to stand on this side. Okay, there we go. I just started with a square, and for some reason I didn't have a plan when I started this because I thought I was just going to do one block, you know, one small block like all the other crumb blocks. I was not anticipating to just keep going. So I started with blue, and I had some sort of red, navy, red like nautical. So it's got like an anchor and stuff on there and stars. So I did that first and got it out to about this size, and I went like, oh, I've got to keep going. I've always wanted to do this. So the idea is I just have each round as the same color. So mine is red and then a white based, red, white based. But they don't have to be perfect whites. They have a lot of them have pattern. A lot of them are a little bit more beigey. There's a lot of different things in there. There's some little slivers like right here. And then they're not the same size. I just make a bunch of them that are a similar size, and then I trim them so they're straight. So when I add them, they're straight. Otherwise, you're going to get this huge bra cup. You know, the thing is just not going to lay flat. So you've got to have your strips straight. But you can sew a bunch of different similar sizes together and then straighten them after you sew them and then press them. And that's what I did. So this is a really skinny strip right here. And this is kind of an average. These are a bit wider. I don't have anything, well, this is a bit wide here. It might be almost 2 inches. No, it's not that big. It's 2 inches finish size, but I'm not measuring them like that. I don't even care. I just sew like-minded or similar strips and then make a straight edge on it so that I can put it around the thing. So that is going along swimmingly. I also have done these little baby shoe flies with the Hustle Bustle cutoffs, which is the quilt behind here. Under all these layers, it was a cutoff from that guy. So I have 4 or 5 of these done. So cute, because they have like look at this. I love this one. The couple, oh, so cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're what I'm starting and ending with as I'm sewing. Okay, that is a wrap. A lot of fun things. You now have your block 4. Remember, there are 6 or 7 of these a month. I did not put them on certain days. Maybe that's going to confuse some of you because I can't do 2 a week because that's 8 blocks and we would finish way before the end of the year, and I want this to be a year-long project. 6 a month is not enough. We have to do 7 some months. So I just sort of randomly put them in the month, and you use my calendar to see what day it is. So hopefully that works for you, because I think that's a little bit more fun. We have so many structured things. It's kind of fun to do something that's more unstructured. So if you love this, please share with your friends. Tell them to come and join because we have a good time. And if you've never subscribed yet, would you do that? Click the bell down below. Then we can be friends. All right. I love you. Mwah. See you online.